Hi, welcome to Dinner for One, a single man's kitchen. I'm your host, John Toro. Today I'm going to show you how to tackle an alternative to the traditional hamburger by using black beans and pretty much keeping it vegetarian. Now, I know what you're saying, vegetarian burgers, but I'm a huge meat lover. I love my red meat. I had this, and that's why I'm passing it on to you because I'm putting my stamp of approval on it. So here we go. Taking 2 cans of black beans, roughly, I think they're 18-ounce cans. I have to double check that, but you'll see the menu list over there. I'm going to take them, I'm going to put them on some parchment paper, spread them out like so. And what we're going to do, we're going to put them in the oven at 320. The idea for this is that we want to dry out these beans. There's way too much moisture, so when we put all the ingredients together, you don't want it to get mushy. You want to kind of get it that dry consistency. So, spread it out into the oven. We're going to be taking a red bell pepper. We're going to take half of a yellow onion and 3 cloves of garlic. You want to chop that fine, pretty much mince it. Put it into a bowl, get it all stirred around with a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to be putting it into our saucepan. What I'm also going to be doing, some spices here, some pepper, we've got some cumin, some garlic powder, some smoked paprika. Get the smoked, you'll understand, fantastic flavor. Put that in the bowl. Once everything's sauteed, we're going to add the ingredients and then we're going to emulsify it. In the saucepan, we have the onions, we have the bell peppers, and we have the 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to keep it here on around medium heat with the 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and just make sure you keep on stirring it. You want it to be fork tender, but not browned. Beans came out of the oven. When they start doing the split like this, that's when they're ready. You can feel it with your fingertips that they are dried out. And the ones on top, don't worry about some of the ones on top being super dry. The ones on below aren't really that dry, but when it mixes all together, that's going to be a really good consistency. Next step, put this in a bowl with the ingredients. Let's get our patties ready to go. Black beans cool down, into the bowl they are. Your sauteed garlic, bell pepper, and onions are added to the bowl. Well mixed, we're going to put in the 2 eggs, like so. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I have a hard time pronouncing that, but I'll do my best. You want to give this a really good stir. Once all the ingredients are well mixed, we're going to add in our dry ingredients, which is going to be the ½ cup of breadcrumbs and all the spices that I measured out earlier. Mixture is well mixed. Time for the trusty mashed potato. You could do this in a Cuisinart. Absolutely not a problem. Obviously I have one, I want to do it, but I know that not everybody has a Cuisinart. So I'm going to do a little bit more old school, which is the potato masher. All mixed, that's the consistency that you want. So as you can see, there's still chunks of black beans in there. If you did the Cuisinart method, once again, you do have control on it, but I find you're not going to get as chunky. It turns out a little bit more of a puree, so once again, try it a couple of times, you figure out what you like. Now, this here is fantastic. It is a non-stick sheet made out of copper. No oil needed. It heats up the same temperature as the pan. You can actually use it on the barbecue. It's a great non-stick sheet to buy instead of the silicone. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get your hands dirty. You're going to roll it. I do this just to try and get rid of some of the air that sometimes can get locked inside. Roll, 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 roll. Okay, now, easy way, hand, okay? I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna mold it a little bit better. Once again, make the patties as big as you want. 6 patties done. They're in the, or actually on the pan, so we're just gonna give them a little bit of love to make them look a little bit better. Sometimes when you press them down, they tend to crack. Don't worry about that. Just go in there, pat it down. We're good to go. So what I'm gonna do, this is gonna go in the oven, 400, for roughly around 15 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on the thickness and the size. In the meantime, I'm gonna get some wax paper, put it on my chopping block, do the same thing on the wax paper, roll them, or like fold them up, stack them, and then I'm gonna freeze them for another day. And here we are, plated, ready to eat. Rapini side, homemade slaw on the bottom. I actually seasoned that with a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, applewood smoked mustard. Bean patty placed on top. On top of that, I have a medley of tomatoes, hearts of palm, fresh basil, once again, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of pepper, tiny bit of salt, and a slice of avocado with a little accent of a tiny basil leaf. Thank you very much for the subscriber that sent me a message inquiring another alternative to dinner, something more in the vegetarian angle. So please try, enjoy. If you have any questions, if you have any ideas, send me a message. Let me come up with something, and bon appetit.